Hello, hello, beautiful people. Hope you are doing well out there. I am Bobby the Awesome, and welcome to 321 No Kiddin'. We are winding down 2020. How about that, guys? I'll tell you, as you know, because you've been here every step of the way with me since the world has shut down, it's been a tough one. I will still say that it's probably one of the best years of my life, although one of the worst years of my life. And that comes from, the best part comes from all the learning and the development and insight and grace I allowed myself, and being really proud and happy with the way I treated people throughout this year. I didn't do any intentional harm. I don't think I did any harm, but I didn't do any intentional harm. I have been trying to live my best life, and that's something I'm managing to do even in the restrictions of the world today. I've made new relationships. I've learned so much about myself and about the business stuff. I've enhanced relationships and formed so many new ones. I mean, the list goes on and on of how amazing 2020 was. And don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting the, did I say 2021? Well, 2020 is what I meant, in case I screwed that up. Anyway, I'm not discounting the pain and the loss and the suffering and the misery and the shit. However, I'm not going to dwell on that. It doesn't serve me. I've mourned what I've needed to mourn. I've forgiven who I've needed to forgiven. I've grieved what I needed to grieve. And now it's about moving forward. I can't change the past, just like you can't change the past either. So be thinking about that as we wind down the year. Who knows? I may talk about this the next couple days or not. Who knows? Who knows what's going to show up? You never know with me, right? All right. So what is today's reading for the 27th of December? Here we go. My friend, this body offers to carry us for nothing, as the ocean carries logs, said Robert Bly. Our bodies have silently endured the abuse of our addiction and withdrawal. They have faithfully carried us to the point where we're at now and have showed us a willingness to heal. Now it's time for us to repay our bodies. The body is very honest in asking for what it needs. When it needs food or rest, it tells us. But sometimes we don't listen very well, and we suffer the consequences. If we store up anger or stress, we are likely to get sick. If we abuse ourselves physically, we'll suffer injury or chronic pain. By listening carefully to our physical selves and lovingly giving rest, play, and nourishment, we keep ourselves healthy enough to continue growing in recovery. Even though it's easy to take our bodies for granted, we must not. The physical self is our house in this life. It is our communication system, our transportation, our temple of prayer, and our means of physical pleasure. The way we find balance in our new life is through letting our bodies participate fully in recovery, just as we let our minds and spirits. Today, may I express my gratitude for my body by loving. Bleh. I don't think I like the sentence, how it reads. Today, may I express my gratitude for my body by some loving attention to it. Maybe by giving it some loving attention. Oh, how true is this, right? I know I have a lot of opportunity when it comes to my body. As much as I try, like I don't eat McDonald's and fast food all that often. I do have Burger King every once in a while. I generally eat a lot of more whole foods, or, I cook for myself. I walk just about every day. I try to get sunshine. There's a lot of things that I do to work on my body, but I have a lot more opportunities. Whether it's the coffee and the smoking, which hopefully will go away again. I try to drink my water. There's good and bads, and we need our bodies to survive, right? And it does, if our bodies feel good, it gives us a better shot of working on our minds and our souls. If we're in pain all the time, physical pain, it's really hard to concentrate on anything else. You're going to meet a lady in a couple weeks that talks about this body connection. And when you do the mental healing and the spiritual healing, how your body can change, which is just mind-blowing to me. And I've seen this happen with one of my yoga instructor friends who she shared with us. She's also, she teaches meditation and all that stuff. But she talked about weight and her weight and feeling like she was overweight for a long time. And once she started working on her healing and went on her yoga voyage and she quit drinking and all these things that she was doing to take care of her insides, all of a sudden she noticed the weight fell off. And it just happened when it was supposed to. It was part of the healing process. And I'm hoping that, I've been able to maintain my weight pretty much for the last 2 years. I think it's been 2 years. Anyway, I generally go up and down in the same 10 pounds. And I definitely am not at my goal. And I haven't gotten really frustrated by this. I actually have faith that my goal will come when it's supposed to come. And I will stop being bad. But I also am very aware that ice cream and eating dessert first have been priorities for me. I don't gamble. I don't drink. I get to eat dessert first. It's kind of been my rationale. Now, it's not necessarily the best rationale because I don't want to become a food addict, right? But it's just part of my healing in a different way. I have to be kind to my body and mind and everything all together as a whole unit. And if I felt deprived let's say I felt deprived because I couldn't have dessert or I was counting calories in some crazy way or I got obsessed about it, that's either going to stress me out or it's going to become a new addiction or it's just not healthy. And who I want to be is a fun, loving, playful person. It's part of my identity. And I think having dessert first is playful and fun. And I support it 100%. And I'll continue to support it. And I love it. I love the reactions that I get from people when I do it or when I invite them to do it because it's not the normal. And maybe dessert first could be fresh fruit or something good for us. It doesn't have to be total calories. Or going to it could be nutritious, but it could also be, I've done it where it's been my only meal, only part of the meal. I've gone out and I'm definitely a sucker for almost all things ice cream and all things like chocolate chip cookies. Those and the combination of the two of them is just die hard heaven. Again, not great for the body, but if it keeps, imagine if, here we go. We'll give it a reference point. Imagine if I was still gambling and since I was a slot machine person, I could sit there for hours, stay there for virtually days, right? And when I'm gambling, I don't eat. I don't really drink water because then I don't want to pee if I'm drinking water at all. Generally, it's caffeine and it's dehydrating me and it's just to keep me awake, to keep the vicious cycle going. I'm not resting. If I do have to use the ladies' room, I'm like holding it till I'm dancing. All these things are not good for my body, right? So if I'm away from all of that damage, and the chain smoking, let me not forget that if I'm in a casino that I could smoke. So if I take away all of that and trade it for a dessert first kind of life, I think I'm still ahead of the game. And I'm not sure if you would agree with that or not, but that's kind of how I I view it. And maybe it's justifying, maybe it's grace. I don't know what it is, but it works for me. And yes, I could do a better job of more nutritional desserts. And maybe that'll be my 2021 resolution. We'll see. I plan on doing a lot of traveling, and I want to try as much fun stuff as possible in the food and dessert department. So I don't know if I can commit to that one. I still have a couple days to think about what I want to commit to in the new year. I can't honestly remember what I gave myself as a resolution for 2020. That's interesting. I remember my 2019 one, but I don't remember my 2021. Anyway, yeah, so think about that. Think about how your body is, how it was when you were bedding. What is the whole picture of you? Because your situation is going to be different than mine, right? Maybe dessert's not your thing. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you're not walking every day. Maybe you're a soda drinker. And again, not with judgment, but maybe you have your own things that you know you need to take care of in reference to your body. So start small and just continue to move the needle gradually. It will come, but you have to start somewhere. And you have to, I guess the first part is to be mindful that you have to take care of your body. Remember, we talked about messy action this week. So take some messy action in the body thing. Maybe it's going for a 2-minute walk, or just taking the stairs instead of the elevator once, or parking a little farther away. I know those are all the things we hear about in the wellness space, but that's some sort of an action. I'm not telling you have to go run a marathon. I'm saying just start somewhere. Don't look at your screen for an hour before you go to sleep. Whatever the things are, just do the things so that you're moving towards a healthier body and a healthier mind. And it all goes together for a healthier spirit and a healthier you. All right, beautiful people. That's my lecture for today. Go do something to move the needle to help your body. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.